If you think I'm picking on anyone, just wait until you hear the episode where I spill my own beans. I'll be sharing some things that I have never shared with anyone. Again, developing this program has been the most bittersweet, humbling empowerment catalyst of my life. That's later on, and since it's fairly graphic, it's for adults only. Some of the greatest teachings of Christ are found in the Beatitudes in Matthew chapter 5. There's a fairly long list of laws and many positive versus negative behaviors described in that chapter. And verse 19 says, "Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven." But wait a minute. What about just confess that you believe and you're saved? So much for that myth and hoax. This verse supports what I've been saying about integration versus disintegration of all the principles, and how we do one thing is how we do most things. It's sort of like dominoes. This points to the fact that we're designed to learn how to shift each area of our lives, to stop breaking the laws and to do it all positive. And in verse 20, "For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven." In Luke chapter 11, verses 14 through 20, Christ was accused of casting out devils with the help of Satan. And in verse 17 through 20, Christ said, "Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Because ye say that I cast out devils through Beelzebub. And if I by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your sons cast them out? Therefore shall they be your judges. But if I with the finger of God cast out devils, no doubt the kingdom of God is come upon you." This same verse applies to the Taoists, who are some of the best spiritual kung fu masters on the planet, helping people remove bad spiritual juju. Think about it. Christ didn't say, unless you're over in India or down in Africa or over in Asia, or unless you're from some other lineage, then of course it's with the power of Satan. He never said that. But how many lineages are guilty of pushing that kind of attitude on their people? Something to think about. Christ just made it very simple. How can Satan cast out Satan? A house divided against itself cannot stand. Very simple. And that's true with every lineage. Are you following me? In Luke chapter 11, verses 21 through 23, Christ says, "When a strong man armed keepeth his palace, his goods are in peace. But when a stronger man than he shall come upon him and overcome him, he taketh from him all his armor wherein he trusted, and divideth his spoils. He that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth." Are you with me? And remember in Luke chapter 11, verses 37 through 54, how Christ specifically applied these principles in rebuking the scribes, Pharisees, and lawyers.